Hi guys, welcome back to Fruitopia on Australia Day. Australia Day long weekend here in Melbourne, Australia. And as you can see, the ginger here, the flowering ginger, is coming and going. As one fades, another one starts up. Beautiful. I can smell the fragrance and it's hitting me really sweetly. Nice. We have the Spanish lime getting some color. I brought it out from the banana circle. It's usually in the shade there with the jabuticabas that I got recently. They're in the shade too. So today I brought him out. It's 28 to 30 Celsius. And yeah, he's drooping here at the top. I'm not sure if that's normal for the new leaves to droop before they become like this. But yeah, I was thinking maybe he needed some sun to get these new leaves to stand erect. That's the Spanish lime, in case you didn't catch that. It's got many different names. I've had it for about a month now. Not one for Melbourne, but we're going to try to keep it alive for winter. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but we'll try, guys. So today's an update on the front yard. You saw the first part of Australia Day of the backyard, and today we're going to do the front yard. So welcome back to part 2. And I'm sure some of you are super excited to see the update on this jackfruit seedling and the grafted Glen mango, right? I've had to fasten the mango recently because of all the weight of the fruit. I've put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bungee cords, which I've never had to do before because we've only had like 2 fruit, right? And we've got a lot more than 2 fruit this year. So it's bungee cord. It's a bungee cord jungle in there, just to make sure we don't do, just in case we don't have to regret not doing this, right? So the update is thrilling because we have the best year ever on this Glen mango. Different size fruit, right? So, and I counted how many there were. There were 18 mangoes. I'm not sure if they're all going to hang on. They're all different sizes. Let's see. Yeah, different sizes. That's the medium size. Then we get larger ones like this one. Then little ones like that one. It's pretty small. I think that's the smallest. Oh no, this is even smaller. Oh my. Guys, by the way, I haven't looked at these mangoes in 2 weeks. Or 3 weeks. That's the smallest. I don't have the time to sit and look at my mangoes, believe it or not. I'm always doing something. I think these are the largest mangoes. Yeah, definitely the largest I've ever had from the Glen. And we're not even finished yet. They're still growing. So there's 2 there. 1 medium there. 2 medium to large there. 1 large there, another large in there, and on and on and on, right? So we've also got a lot of new growth up at the top up there, right? So it's way over 2 meters now. The tree's around 2.4, 2.5, I would say 2.5 meters. Okay, my neighbor's home, and you might hear their fun little kid enjoying himself. So yeah, 18 at last count. Let's see. There you go. There's a little one there. Behind there, there's a little one up there. Let's see, a little one back here, and the big one back there, resting on the fence. So we're thrilled, guys. I'm absolutely thrilled. There's a big one there, down there, the lowest one, lowest hanging. So what I'm gonna do after this, after we harvest all these mangoes in autumn here is March, April, guys. I'm gonna remove all these branches under here. See these ones that are hanging down? By the way, before the bungee cords, before I put the bungee cords there, the tree was hanging down to here, literally this low. These branches here in the front, that way too low. They were ready to snap. So this is going, and that one's going, and another one on the other side. So I'm going to get rid of 3 hanging branches at the bottom here after our harvest. Okay, this is the wax jambu, which you've seen so much on, right? In the last week since I filmed the wax jambu video, in just that 1 week, all these new shoots have come all over the plant. Look, right? So it's going to town with a lot of new growth. And the red army papaya is sort of starting to grow, but still very short. It's only standing at maybe 2 feet, 2.5 feet, the papaya, and jambu is only at 2 feet, so pretty short if you compare it to the mango, right? Very short, but slowly we're getting there. Now, the jackfruit is on its way to reaching where I wished it would get to by the end of summer. Remember, summer officially ends here at the end of February, but unofficially it ends March 21st. So the end of summer for me is March 20, not February 28. So by March 20, I'm hoping and wishing that it gets to the top of my neighbor's garage. And it's only got, what have we got there? We've only got 2 and a bit feet, under a meter. Yeah, about 2.5 feet to get to the top of that garage would be awesome. That's, what is that? That's about 3.5 meters up there. We're looking at, it's about 10 feet, the top, about 10 feet, yeah, maybe 11, 10 or 11 feet. Right now, the jackfruit is standing at about 9 feet. Yeah, I'm guessing around 9 feet. 8, between 8 and 9 feet. It's hard to tell, I'm just guessing, right? So it's really put on a lot of growth since the beginning of summer. It's put on, let's see, 2.5 feet. Yeah, almost a meter in 2 months, which is fan-bloody-tastic, if you ask me. So I'm pretty thrilled with the jackfruit. Seedling, it's not grafted. Okay, we're gonna be doing seedlings. Grafted jackfruit just doesn't work here, unless you pamper it. Pamper. Guys, I don't pamper these at all. All I've done here, by the way, I don't fertilize. This mango and jackfruit are not fertilized. And look at the results. I forgot to mention that. There's also a lot of new growth coming here and up there. No fertilizer at all. None. Zero. The only thing I've given them is a ton of water. Water. Summer water, not winter. Remember, guys, when I mentioned the word water, we're talking summer only, not during the ugly cold of winter. I never touch them then. We get tons of rain in winter. All right, next. Another jackfruit seedling. This one is doing okay. It really surprised me. He grew an easy, let's see, 6 to 8 inches in the last month. It just took off. He did nothing in November and December at all, nothing. And then in January, he slowly started creeping up, which is awesome, right? So I think that's the black gold. I can't remember, guys. Let me go and look at the label at the bottom. Hang on. I've tried so many of these. Hang on. Yeah, I think it says black gold. Is that right? Yeah, I've got it on the other side of the shade cloth. Yep. Yep. So that's that. Now the other red army papaya is doing so much better than the first one I showed you. Wow. This one has almost reached the top of the fence. Right? That's standing at about 3.5 to 4 feet, over a meter. So I'm pretty happy with that one. Right? That one in there. And then we have the acerola or Barbados cherry, the first one that's ever survived outdoors in ground in Melbourne. Yep, this is the not only the first one, it's the only one. So let's hope it gets through the second winter. I'm gonna have to protect it again with a frost cloth, just to be on the safe side. It doesn't really need a frost cloth because of the shade, not the shade, what do you call them, the protection of the mandarin and the fence and the hot concrete, which gives it winter warmth, right? But I just wanted to survive one more winter before I let it go free. It gave us a flush of flowers back in early summer, but they all dropped, and now it's had a second flush in midsummer, and I'm waiting to see if we get any fruit from this second flush. Maybe there might be something happening. It's hard to tell, everything is green. Like in here there's flowers that have finished flowering. They might turn to fruit. I'll have to do another update on the acerola. Right, there's still flowers up there, flower buds. Yeah, it's still early days. Flowers here, there's another flower right there. Where are we? Is this in focus? Yeah, it's a bit too close. Yeah, and there's flowers here. Yeah, so it's got pretty little pink flowers. Yeah, and back here, I've already had one of these like 5-6 years ago when I had it in the pot. They were quite tasty. Not as good as the Gurumi Chama, but good enough to have in the garden. So that's the jackfruit, papaya, and the acerola hugging each other. And this mandarin here, this is the Japanese mandarin. Again, I've had problems here with the weight of the fruit. I've put bungee cords in here too. Right, really heavy, very, very heavy. There's at least 200 fruit. I might have to thin it out further. I took 20 off. Right, I had to take 20 mandarins off the tree. And it looks like I'm going to have to take another 20 off, otherwise the tree might collapse. Pretty serious. Right, I've tied it up to a picket there on the fence with a bungee cord. Bungee cords everywhere. Without the bungee cord, see you later, this tree would be here on the ground flat, dead. So yeah guys, you got to look after your trees, not just plant and see you later. Doesn't work. So next is the okay, my neighbor's doing garden work. He only gardens once a week and today's the day. All right, so this is the what do you call it, the rose apple. By the way, we're gonna have 42 Celsius on Monday, so you're gonna be watching this either on that day or the day after. Today's the day before. It's only like, what did I say, 28 to 30 Celsius, yeah, which is comfortable for the camera and it's comfortable for the rose apple. But 42, I have to put a blanket over this, just hang it off the stakes here. That's what I've been doing during those 35 plus days. And as you can see, all the clamps are ready to go. Just bring out the blanket, the bed sheet. Next, we have the KP seedling, KP mango. Right, he's going up and away. Very nice. So pretty wrapped about this. He's holding on to 3 mangoes. I don't think they'll all make it. I think this one has a chance. 1. I don't think that will make it, and I don't think that will make it. So we're going to get 1. We're going to get 1 of the 3. I just don't feel good about that one. But this one maybe. This is a contender, and it's got that shape, right? The KP shape. So that's a good chance we'll get 1 in its 3rd year. Next is another wax jambu, which has already finished flowering. Well, some of them are finished, and it looks like we're getting our first fruitlets here on these, right? So once the flowering session is over, then we get the fruit. So I'm looking forward to the first wax jambu in ground. By the way, I've had one of these before give me fruit in a pot. That was like 5 years ago. But in the pot, guys, is not where I want to be. I've got enough room here to grow trees in the ground. It's just a matter of tweaking the requirements in winter with frost cloths and working around the cold. I recently trimmed the hedge. That's what all this is, more hedge trimmings. And here we have a new jackfruit, which gets thankfully gets afternoon shade. It did get a little burnt here. See how we got burnt in the sun? Morning sun. That's morning sunburn. But the new leaves are pretty happy. So this is another seedling. I got 2 of them. You'll see the other one next, and it's not very happy at all. My fault. But that's how you learn, guys. You learn from mistakes. So yeah, the reason why this one is still happy is because it's getting mostly shaded. But on the 42-degree day, I'm gonna have to cover this as well, even if it's only morning sun, because by 12 noon it'll be in the 30s, and that's way too hot for him. Then we have the what do you call it, the cherry guava, and here we got a wonderful pomegranate from my wonderful neighbor. So I've decided to bag these from the parrots, the lorikeets, just in case. Here we have the Florigon mango, also a grafted mango. It's got a lot of new growth over summer, right? It's got this growth here and this one here. So we've got two new leaders and a little bit of growth here at the top. So extremely slow growing. I was hoping that over summer this one would have doubled in height at least, but who knows, maybe these 2 leaders will surprise me at any time. They're very mysterious, these plants, guys. They can sit like this for a year and do nothing, and then overnight they can double in size. That's how it works. Again, I'm not fertilizing. If I was to fertilize with chicken manure, sheep manure, cow manure, I'm 100% positive that these trees would be thriving a lot better than the way I'm doing it. The way I'm doing it is chop and drop. That's all they're getting. Just cuttings from around the garden when I prune trees and hedges. That's their food source. I'm doing it natural, right? Just like in nature. In nature, no one goes around and feeds the mango trees. They get fed by other trees with fallen organic matter, and that's how I'm doing it. Once or twice a year, I do give them a big handful of organic compost. So that's all they're getting from me as far as food. I just want to keep it organic and natural. Okay, next you're gonna see something which is very, very embarrassing for me, but I'm gonna share it anyway, guys. This is the other jackfruit. Remember I told you there were 2 of these jackfruits, 2 new ones, and look what happened to this. From one day of 37 Celsius in direct sun with no protection. Yeah, it's a bit late now to protect it, George, but it got burnt to death. Well, it's still alive, as you can tell from this new leaf. We still got a new leaf come out, but wow, talk about, well, some will say stupid. Yeah, I guess it was stupid to leave it in the direct sun with such a minuscule trunk. What was I thinking? Yeah, so, oh well, again, that's how we learn, guys. There's nothing stupid or embarrassing. It's just part of the journey of gardening. So now I've got this frost cloth because I don't have any shade cloth to protect it from overhead sun. But I was thinking of getting some shade cloth tonight before we get the 42 scorcher tomorrow. I don't know if 42 will get through this, right? It is getting air, it's breathing, so the air is not trapped. I'm just trying to keep the sun out from the top and the sides. Here we have a new Tasmanian pepper plant because I sort of accidentally planted the other one in the wrong place at the back. The Jerusalem artichoke smothered it. It's still alive, but it's pretty much smothered. I had a banana here, right? I took it out and put it into a pot, and that was one of the bananas that I put in a pot under the pergola as ornamental. So we took the banana away from here and put a Tasmanian black pepper plant. Okay, quickly going through the driveway here, the results from the pumpkins. It's been a bit of a average outcome. I was expecting a better outcome. We only got 1 and 2 pumpkins, right? They're huge though. Someone asked me, one of the viewers asked me what variety it was. I hope the label is still here. And as you can see, it's very dry. It needs water, yeah, that needs to be watered. Oh, it's wet at the bottom, but it's still pretty dry, needs water. Especially with the 42 tomorrow, I will be watering this for sure tonight after we get back from the beach. Yeah, the label is not here. It might be on the other circle. Here's another one, right? This one didn't give us any pumpkins. And here we have the watermelons. The watermelon experiment. So we got 1, 2, 3, and 4. They're pretty much on the small side. Let's see, and they weigh, oh gee, that weighs a lot. That's around 3 to 4 kilos. Around 3 to 4 kilos in weight. Pretty heavy for a small watermelon, that's for sure. And I think these are the candy, where's the label? Label, where are you? Hang on. No, I didn't save the label. Rats. And here's another pumpkin. Right. Oh, there's the label for the pumpkin. Good. So these are the pumpkins, guys. They're heirloom. And the variety is, okay, it's French, Masquis de Provence, right? Masquis de Provence. And we have, how many was that? Oh, I lost count now. 3, 4. Oh, that's not gonna, it's gonna fall out. So I think that's number 3 or number 4. I think 4, yeah, that's number 4. And over here we have another one. So that's 5. 5 pumpkins and 4 watermelons. Okay, that's the vegetables. And of course in here we've got tons of eggplants. You already saw the eggplant video. There's a lot more in here. And the corn, The corn is starting to develop. Right, I learned my lesson on this too, not to plant so many in a veggie bed. I put 16 in here. I should have put 9. So next year I'm going to do rows of 3 instead of rows of 4. Lesson learned. And the reason I know this is because over here I didn't put 16. I only put, let's see, 2, 4, 6. I put 6 here. And the only reason there's 6 is because the others didn't germinate, the other seeds. And look at the results. Can you see how more vivid green, more lush this one is compared to those ones that are yellow green, yellowish? The same here with these. These are doing better as well. But anyway, we're learning, right? So next time we'll do 9 corn instead of 16. This is the pomegranate that I have in a pot. It's coming along nicely. This is the Russian one, the Azerbaijani. Right, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 down there, a little one. So we got 4 this year, and we got none of the Rosavaya. The Rosavaya didn't take off, just flowers. A lot of flowers. I decided I'm going to put these 2 pomegranates in the ground for 2026. They're going to go in the ground. I'm not getting the results I should be getting in the pots. Remember, again, I'm not fertilizing. They're only getting chop and drop and organic compost. Maybe that's why, I don't know. Okay, let's go in the shade before the phone overheats. The red Chateau mulberry is going to have a second flush in autumn, which comes in March, the end of summer. I noticed in Sydney it's already giving its second flush during summer. So again, we are 1 to 2 months behind Sydney. A lot of figs here on the potted fig. I still don't know what variety this is. Still don't know what it is. I hope someone can ID it for me someday. That would be nice. The Hachia, see how dark it is now at this time of the day. I should have filmed this earlier. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and that's a bit late to film because half the garden is in the shade. So this is the Hachia persimmon. It's tripled, actually it's quadrupled in height over this summer. You can tell from the new growth here, right? So it's done really great. That's my favorite persimmon. It's astringent though. The lemonade has done great. And again guys, all these are grown without fertilizer, including the citrus. One of the 2 mango seedlings, KP, Kensington Pride. Right, this one is the healthiest, but it doesn't have any new growth. Whereas the other one over there does. And you'll see that soon. Healthy, but nothing going on. But I'm sure this will shoot out new growth in February. The carob, something funky is going on with the carob pods. I don't know if one of the what do you call them, the critters has bitten into it, but there's a hole. Where is it? One of them's got a hole in it. I don't know how the hole got into it. Now I can't see it. When I want to see it, I can't see it. Ah, there it is on the other side. Okay. There's the lychee, the Wei Chi. That's doing great. We're going to have to cover that for the 42-degree day by opening up this shade cloth to protect it. It's grown 10 inches over summer. So this is done great with the wind protection. Excellent. This is a must for lychee. Unfortunately, again, guys, I don't have enough shade cloth to protect my other lychees. Yeah. Here it is. This carob. Look at the ants. They're going crazy. The ants are going crazy all over the carob pods. This one here. Yeah, here. I don't know what's going on. Hang on. This is the Clifford, by the way. Yeah. I don't know if that's damage or if that's just starting to ripen. But the ants are going nuts in there. Yeah, we'll see. We'll just keep our eye on it. There's about a dozen pods and they're nice and fat, as you can see. And it's getting flowers all over. It's flowering. So I'm pretty happy about that. In the year, this is the 4th year, right? Year 4. Where are we? Where are the flowers? There, is that flower? Yeah. Right in here. Right there. And it's basically everywhere. Those little things, those red, see those little red ones? They're the flowers. And there's hundreds of them. We'll do another video on the Clifford carob another time. You can spend 1 hour on just one tree. This is the blood orange, and that's taken off too. It's gained at least 30 centimeters over summer, so I'm pretty happy, pretty stoked with the Arnold, I believe. Is that right? Arnold. Yeah, the Arnold blood orange. We've got 4 or 5 fruit on it. 6 oranges. The Maya lemon, this is a dwarf, so I'm gonna keep this at 5 feet maximum because it's pretty crowded in here. There's the other persimmon, the gee, what's your name? The name that I always forget. Let's see, that's the Shuruga, and it's getting very close to ripening time, right? These are nice. This is non-astringent. There's about a dozen fruit on the Shuruga. The other mango, the other KP seedling. See how this one is pushing growth and the other one's not. But remember, this one gets all day sun. Since I pruned the plum trees, if you remember, I took away all the growth from the plum trees up there, which is where the sun comes up. The sun comes up from there in the morning. And this is the result of all day sun for a mango. This gets 10 to 12 hours of sun all day, every day in summer. And it's showing. You can see it, right? So that's a happy camper. What else? And these are the 2 papayas that I grew from last year. What was their name? Let's see. Nope. Where's the label? Where's the label? Ah, it's down there, all the way down there. Oh my gosh. RB4 papaya from Dailies. Yeah, and these are done good, right? And it looks like it's trying to flower. Let's see. I haven't even looked. So we're looking together for the first time. There you go. Right? We're getting flower buds. I'm not sure if they're male or female, but we'll find out real soon. What about the other one? Hang on. No. Yeah, but very small. So it's mainly that one there that's got the main flowers coming. It's good. We'll have to check on that again after a week or two. See what happens with those flowers. Okay, next. Oh, the new plants that I got from who was it from? Ross Creek? Yeah, Ross Creek. The unboxing I did a couple of weeks ago, remember? Remember the sugar cane that was here? Well, I pulled out the sugar cane, I cleaned it up, and I put back the sugar cane, stripped from the cane, and there's the cane down there, right? So I guess you guys want to see the new trees in the ground. These get full sun all day, except for this one here. The only one that can take full sun is the one in the shade. How ironic. Yeah, I put this one in the shade. This is not from Ross Creek. I got this from the local market. It's my first strawberry guava. I finally got one after all these years. And it's already sending out flower buds, which is amazing. In only a couple of weeks from purchase. There they are. Right, so that's the red strawberry guava from a local market that I bought here, and that gets mostly shade from the fig tree and from the cherry moya, the Dr. White, which is also doing great, as you can see. The Dr. White, I've got two of these. There's another Dr. White down there. We're gonna go and see him soon. And here is the dailies. Okay, so we've got dailies, Ross Creek, and the local market all in one here. This is the blackberry jam fruit, and he is looking pretty happy in the ground. I put him between the cherry moya and this mango from Ross Creek. He's getting new growth. This is going to be this is going to need a shade cloth during the 42 Celsius we're going to have tomorrow. So I have to cover him as well. We don't have to cover the strawberry guava. I don't think I'll have to cover the two mangoes. These are the two new mangoes, the Indian mangoes. Remember, I got two Indian mangoes. One of them is the Alfonso. They're both grafted. That's the Alfonso, and this one is the see, I forgot two, guys. What is it? Jumbo Kesar. Yeah. So they're both looking really good. And because they have old leaves, I'm thinking not to protect. They should be protected. That's what the book says. You know, the rule book? Protect your young mangoes from 110 Fahrenheit that we're going to have. But I was thinking maybe they'll survive. Maybe. See, maybe means you'll get the same result I got with that jackfruit. It got burnt. This one here gets more shade. As you can see, it's in the shade right now. This one gets sun all day. This one gets 10 hours of sun. Like this. KP. Because it's more exposed. That one, again. And the strawberry guava, these two get shade. And the blackberry jam, that's in shade too. But in a couple of hours, these will be getting full sun. Once the sun moves over there for sunset. Okay, next, I moved the sweet tart mango from underneath. It was under there, remember? Underneath the bacon avocado. I moved it. And I put it here in the full sun. And it got shock, transplant shock. And I did this whilst it was getting new leaves. Oop, one just dropped. I did this move when it was getting new leaves. Not a good time to move a mango tree during a heat wave in the middle of summer, George. Well, that's what I did. So hopefully this survives. It's going to need covering during that 42-degree day we're getting, of course. But that goes without saying. I mean, today's 28 and it's struggling. Next, looky guys, I got my first Cempedak seedling, and this one was getting burnt from the hot sun, so I put this frost cloth around it. Yeah. Oh man, too hot, too cold. Welcome to gardening. And it's this problem with the hot sun is only with tropicals. Oh yeah. Okay. The R2E2 grafted mango is doing great. The what do you call it? Gee, hang on. Okay, Mexican cream guava. Gee, I got a mental blank. And as you guys can see, it's grown nicely. It's standing at almost, well, it is actually 5 feet. So 1.5 meters, maybe 1.6. It's doing great now. Again, because see how those babies in there are suffering from the hot sun? The other trees like that mango, that KP mango and this guava are saying, thank you, Lord. They're saying, thank you, Lord. And the other ones are saying, save us, Lord. Save us, Lord, and thank you, Lord. So guys, when you're growing tropical fruit trees, you have to be really on top of things. Yeah. I pruned back the young plum trees. Right? What champions. These cool climate fruit trees don't have any problems with hot sun. He's going to have a big problem tomorrow with the 42 Celsius, aren't you? This is the Mamey Sapote. I don't know how I'm going to cover this. It's already got signs of heat stroke already. Remember, we've had at least 5 days of 37 degrees this summer, and he's coped, but he coped only because he was getting shaded by the plum trees. Right? That's why he coped. Let's see how he copes without any shade. But really, I have to cover him, no joke. The Sapote. This is my other Sapote in the front here. It's doing really good. This is another one. This is one of those tropicals that behaves like the plum. It can take all the sun, hot sun that you can give it. It loves the sun. He loves the sun too once he gets to 5 to 10 years old. Once it's fully established, but he's not fully established. That's the problem with him. Whereas the Sapote, once he gets to 3 years old, he can take full sun. By the way, look at the Hicks Fancy Mulberry. See how he's coming back after that butchering? After the butchering, guys. So remember, mulberries can take a beating. Okay. Don't be afraid to butcher your mulberry trees. The canistel seedling, he can take the hot sun too. The Indian white guava. I'm not going to do the white sapotes today. They're all doing great, goes without saying. The kumquat that hasn't fruited in 3 years. He had signs of flowers coming. I don't know what's wrong with him. There you go. So we might get lucky. We might get lucky. And to be honest with you, I have this tree mainly as an ornamental. And that's all. I really don't care whether he fruits or doesn't fruit. But it would be nice if he did. Okay. This is the Sophia Cherry Moya, doing great after I trimmed some branches off. It was laying on the ground. The branches were literally sitting on the ground. And I cut 1, 2, 3, 4 off, and now it's perked up. It's lifted up. And I gave it a couple of new stakes. And now it's starting to look like a tree, rather than a flat-faced bush. Tommy Atkins, grafted mango. He's mostly shaded. The only thing that's happened with him in the last 2 months is he got that new leaf there in the middle, and that new leaf, those two new, one leaf down here, this burgundy leaf. That's it, in 2 months. And he's trying to do something in here. That one in there. Trying to shoot out there. Pretty slow, but I'm in no rush for him to do anything. He can take his time. Here we have the peanut butter fruit tree from Ross Creek, I think, if I remember correctly, or was it dailies? I don't remember. Let's see. Dailies. Oh gee, the label's buried. Yeah, so he gets all day shade until 3 p.m. and at 3 p.m. he's going to get to 42 Celsius tomorrow. Aren't you? So we have to protect him as well. Now all these cuttings here that you see, it's from a big job I did yesterday, removing the dead passion fruit vine. I actually removed it by hand. I just ripped it off the wire. So that's what all this mess is. And under this mess is the two plum tree cuttings, right? So this is like super loaded with mulch for the next 2 to 3 years at least. So the Tommy Atkins is going to have a lot of mulch breaking down around him and under him for the next 2 years. From the plums, guys, the plum trees. In case you're new to the channel, I recently butchered 2 old plum trees. And yesterday I removed the dead passion fruit vine from that wire there. Hang on. That wire. See that wire? Yeah. So we did that. Look how the plum crop has come back after 1 month of being butchered. See, guys? Not a problem. Okay, what's left? The shepherd avocado. That's in full sun now. So is the bacon after I pruned the plum trees. So they're getting their first taste of full sun. And they're huge. Right? Shepherd avocado, and over here bacon avocado. Okay, so and the Tonga plantains are happy campers now that they're not obstructed by the sugar cane, right? What else? The dragon fruit in there, we'll do another video on dragon fruit another time, right? It's just too much talk to cover those. What else? Bananas. A new banana bunch has come there, hanging over my neighbor's fence, right? The Bordeaux fig, I got another one over there, right behind the cherry moya. All the sugar cane, I'm just going to let this break down and then just feed it back to the trees as mulch. So I have it in the hot sun so it breaks down. I'm just too lazy, guys, to juice it. I don't have the time or the strength to juice all this. I need a 30-year-old guy with big muscles to do that for me. I just can't do it anymore. I mean, if I was sitting around doing nothing at all, and that's all I had to do, that was the only job I had, yeah, then I could do it. But I got a million other things to do. Okay, so this little lychee here is a funny little guy. What a funny little guy, aren't ya? He gets no wind protection, no sun protection, no protection at all. Oh, no frost cloth in winter. He's never been protected from the cold. Melbourne's cold. 5 months of winter, remember? And now this brutal, dry heat. No rain. No rain all summer. Nothing. And guess what he did? Without any protection and with these harsh conditions in summer and winter, and with only like 4 leaves. What a freak! He went and fruited on me. Fruited? How the heck can a lychee tree fruit when he's only 30 centimeters in height? Explain that to me, guys. He broke every rule in the rule book. Why is he fruiting? Why are you fruiting when all the odds are against you? All he gets from me is water. I don't feed him. He doesn't have that much mulch. Only a little bit of grass clippings. That's it. He survives on this. And he's fruiting, guys. And he's trying to get new growth. Look at this freak. Look, see that? Yeah. So, absolutely unexplainable. Okay. Oh, and the variety? Oh, I don't want to forget that. Cempedak. From Dailies. Okay, next. This is Atemoya, or custard apple. He's coming along nicely, slowly. This is the Pink's Mammoth. Yeah. He's getting nice shade. He's getting burnt. But he's still fruiting. It's funny. The Black Sapote seedling. He's doing great. The Wampy seedling. Fully covered in fruit. Yep. Total neglect. I don't water this. I don't feed it. Nothing. Nothing at all. Just like the mulberries. No food, no water. And the white sapotes. No food, no water. Nothing. Now the black sapote, I water. I water him a lot. I water the heck out of him. And it shows. Can you tell? Can you tell he's had a good hydration all summer? You'd think he's in Cape Tribulation with such a happy face. How the heck can he look this happy in a 3-month drought? Because I'm here, that's why. Because of me. Alright. So we still have... This is really weird, guys. It looks like we're going to be waiting till February to get the next batch of black sapotes. And we've got a big one here. Out of the blue. This one here, hang on. This one is bigger than a billiard ball. So that's a nice size. And another big one there. And another big one up here. There's about 8 of them. And a couple down here. But this little one here is next off the rank to ripen, this one. And there's hundreds of flowers. Hundreds of them. So it looks like next year, 2026, is going to be incredible. Okay. Longan. This is the hue. The hue. And he's trying to be freaky as well by giving us all these flowers and tiny little fruit. With very little attention. Basically on neglect. Neglect and neglect on a chompongo. Full on neglect, guys. All I give him is water. Just enough to stay alive. Yeah. Okay, next. This is the giant jabuticaba that I planted a month ago. He's getting shaded right now by the apricot. But in half an hour, he's going to be in full sun. Late afternoon sun. So he's going to get his first taste of 40 Celsius tomorrow. Because I'm not going to cover him. Another black sapote seedling that's a year old. and already up to my neck. I love the black sapotes. The custard apple, what's his name? I got a mental blank again. Anyway, the point is, he hasn't flowered this year. Hang on. Gee, I can't remember the name of my oldest custard apple. Oh, brother, I think I need a swim. I think I need to dive into the ocean and reset. Here we go, Prolific. Paxton Prolific just came to me. The Paxton Prolific, for the first time in almost 10 years, has not set flowers. Well, maybe one, maybe two. But usually it sets hundreds of flowers, usually. But this season, almost none. And out of the handful of flowers, we got one fruit that I did not pollinate. It's self-pollinated. So it looks like it's taken a year off. Hopefully, this means that next year he goes berserk with dozens of fruit, right? That's the that's what I'm getting from that. Pomelo, we've been eating these. There's like 4 left. They're so good. My favorite pomelo, Nam Roy. Have a look at the big one here. Where are you? Oh, I think Kim ate it. Oh, this one is the second biggest one. Look. Yeah, the biggest one that we had, I think she got it. Yeah, that's all right. I think. Or did it, is it still here? Oh, no. Here it is. It's on the other side. Look at that. Look at that, man. That's easily... This weighs as much as the watermelon. At least 3 kilos. Yeah. The Bowen seedling mango is reaching for the sky. It's at 2.5 meters now, and he's holding one nice big mango, a medium-sized mango, a small one, I can't see that one, small one, small and small. Okay, so mostly small mangoes. We'll see what happens with these. And new growth. And up there is off and away at 2.5 meters. Yeah, we have let's see, 5 of these seedling KPs. Okay, the Hillary White custard apple has really taken off this year. This is its year that it really shot off, right? This is another Atemoya, guys. It's only had a couple of flowers. I don't expect it to fruit. There you are, there's the flower. And there, it only had a handful of flowers, so this is not the year. Whereas the Cherry Moya in the back, it's got over 1,000 flowers. I think the Cherry Moya will make up for the losses of the custard apple. I think we're done. Is there anything else? Oh, the passion fruit that I removed. I did my best to remove it from here, from this end here. I left the lilikoi behind, and it was hard work, guys, because as I was pulling the passion fruit, look at this. Look at all that, all across. As I was pulling it, the lilikoi was falling, and it fell on my starling mango, starling guava, the starlings. Thankfully, it didn't crush it. At this time, when it's setting fruit, not a good time to be crushing my guava. So I had to get on the ladder and retrain the lilikoi back on the wire. I couldn't pull the old passion fruit out of there because that would have meant absolutely destroying the lilikoi, right? So I left this midsection intact. I just did this corner here and the middle section, and the far end section, right? Yeah, it was a mammoth job, guys, mammoth. So what I'm thinking of doing now, oh, and there's the new mango, the granadilla. I forgot to show this. This is the fully tropical passion fruit, the granadilla. They say this won't work here in Melbourne. It's too tropical. We're gonna find out, guys. Join me on the journey. Join me. Another thing, whilst all this debris was falling from the wire above, as I was pulling and pulling and pulling, it was all falling onto this. I didn't protect this. And during all that falling, it broke the granadilla's string. See this string here? That was attached to the wire here. It was getting attached and it snapped. And the same with this wire. It damaged that wire too, that string. But that's all right. The new growth is coming still on all points. Oh, and this string didn't get affected. See, this is what a healthy string looks like. It's meant to look like that. Yeah, so that's the latest on the passion fruit. So this will take over all this wire here and meet the lilikoi. That's the lilikoi coming over. And then I was thinking of putting a third passion fruit. Oops, what's this? Is that a white sapote that fell? Oh, it is a white sapote. Hang on. Let's have a bite. Hey guys, galactoburiko fruit. That's a Greek cake. The best variety, Hawaiian Supreme. The tree is just there behind me. So they're falling now. They've been falling all month. That was so delicious. This is the Aman guava, which hasn't got any flowers or fruit this year, which is a bummer. But the tree has grown nicely. That's what counts. I was thinking of putting a third passion fruit right here. Right in here, where I had the yellow papaya last winter that didn't make it. See the stakes here? Yeah, put it here next to the tap. And this can crawl up to the side here at the edge and meet up with the other two passion fruit. So we'll have 3 papayas. I'm going to put the one that I was growing before, the standard black passion fruit, right? That one that you can get at any Bunnings. Yeah. So that's the idea, that's the plan. Guru Michama. Hopefully gives us a second crop in autumn. The first crop in early summer was a dud. It sort of skipped a year, so we only got a handful in December, but hopefully we'll get some in March. And finally, guys, the 3-meter tall cherry guava, or yellow cherry, or lemon guava, Cattleya guava, whatever you want to call it. It's over 3 meters now. That's a good thing and a bad thing. It's a bad thing because I can't reach the fruit, which means the birds get it. And it's good because it's very attractive. And there's a lot of fruit. Oh my God, it's a lot of fruit. Thousands of fruit. It's crazy. I've had to put bungee cords to hold it up. The bungee cords are attached to the wire. I hope it doesn't pull down the passion fruit. Right? I had to do that because the tree was leaning onto the white sapote here, the lemon gold. Right? I had to prop it up with a bungee cord on that wire. Should be okay. Should be. Next year I might thin it or trim it, remove the top meter, the top 1 meter. We don't need it to be that tall. I think 2 meters is good. Save the tree, save the passion fruit. Just get rid of the top meter. All right, I can even do it now. We'll see. All right, guys, that's the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Major updates on Australia Day 2025. Thanks for watching. Give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And we'll see you from the next video, guys. Oh, I gotta go to the beach. Gotta go to the beach. It's 3 p.m. so it's late in the day, but back to the Glen mango here. Look at that. Look how nice that is. Finally, I'm getting some decent mangoes after all these years. It's been 10 years, guys. A 10-year wait. That's heavy because there's 2 there. That's heavy. I don't know how that, what do you call this? Stem can hold these 2 mangoes. They weigh at least 2 kilos. I don't know how we can do it. That's a miracle. Alright, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and we'll see you from the next one. Bye bye now.